Hey, what's up guys, it's Unleash here today, and we're back with another video on the alleged 2D model Sonic game. And just before we get into the video, we're close to 5k subscribers on the Unleash YouTube channel. So if you like what you see in today's video, go down there and hit that red subscribe button. It would help out a ton. We need 16 more of you guys, that's it, just 16. And I've got a question for you all. What shall I do as a 5k special, because I don't really know what to do. So if you guys have any 5k special ideas, it could be a stream, though it's kind of limited with the stream, so it could be a video or a stream or something, or a challenge. Just let me know down below. Love to see what you guys have to say. It makes it sound like it's the end of a video now, but oh well. Anyway, now that we have that out of the way, yep, like I said earlier, a couple seconds ago, we have some more news on the alleged 2D model Sonic game. And yeah, this is actually fantastic news, actually. I'm actually really excited for this news. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take a look at the news at hand. Onto Zippo's blog post. We Sonic Rush. And here we are, Mr. Zippo's blog post. Scoop. The new 2D Sonic game is alive and well. May 8th, 2022. Don't know why that's relevant, but sure, it's there. I mean, might as well read it because why not? Hey everyone, last scoop from me for a while. Remember in my very first article, how I talked about a new 2D Sonic game was in development, and then things went completely silent on my end? Well, I started to hear things about it again recently. I mean, recently. Come on, Zippo, man. Come on. God damn it, man. And you'll be happy to know that the project is alive and well. Here's a few more details about it. Believe it or not, it's actually being developed by Sonic Team, with little to no outside involvement. This is the first time they'll be developing a 2D Sonic game in nearly 30 years. It's being billed as a follow-up to the Sonic Advance and Rush series, in the same way Mania was a follow-up to the classic series. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are playable. This is the first time Tails and Knuckles will be fully playable in a modern-focused 2D game since 2004's Sonic Advance 3. It's been a very long time, folks. Excuse me? Does Sonic 4 Episode 2 not exist? I mean, you could play as Tails in that game. Come on, Zippo, god damn it. Sonic 4 Episode 2 is underrated, by the way. It's actually turning 10 years old this Sunday. Going to be streaming that, by the way, so check that out. Anyways, enough of my shameless plugging. I'm unsure of the release timing at this moment. But given that Sega has recently doubled down and Sonic Frontier is releasing this holiday, it's safe to assume that this will be a 2023 game. That's all from me today on this front. Whenever I hear more, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And thank you for this information, Zippo. Thank you very much. And yeah, I look forward to hearing more details about the game. Anyways, that is about it for the news. So, it's time for the discussion part of today's video. So yes, the alleged 2D modern Sonic game that was first cancelled back in May of last year, I think it was, has now resumed development and is sounding pretty... well, it's not really sound like anything right now because we literally know nothing about it, so yeah. Now, I know what people are going to start saying before I even talk about this news, and that is, don't believe Zippo Unleashed. I mean, come on. Why are you believing Zippo? Well, I have other sources that have actually told me about this 2D model Sonic game, so I believe that this might actually be true, but who knows, it could still be wrong, so I don't know. But I have some reason to believe this is actually real. And also, Zippo, I know he hasn't been the most reliable source of news when it comes to Sonic things, but he does have some credibility with Sonic Origins. He predicted a lot of the features beforehand, like the animated intro, the fact that 3 with Knuckles is going to be remade. Zippo said all that before we actually got the trailer, so yeah. He does have some credibility. Right, anyways, now that we got the credibility out of the way, let's actually talk about the details that Zippo has provided to us about this new 2D model Sonic game. So for starters, the big one in my opinion, it's going to be developed by Sonic Team with little to no outside involvement. I find this to be actually quite strange. I mean, if this is going to be a follow-up to Sonic Advance and Rush, surely you'd want to get Dimps back on it, right? I mean, I know Dimps haven't had their best track record when it comes to Sonic games. I mean, Gen's 3DS was kinda mid. Lost World 3DS is an extremely controversial game. A lot of people don't like the game. And then obviously we had Sonic 4 Episode 1, whereas Sonic 4 Episode 2 is a good game, just saying. But even still, you'd think they want to get Dimps back on this, instead of Sonic Team making a sequel to a series they didn't even create in the first place. Yeah, I know Sonic Team have been credited in every single one of Dimps' games, but still, it was mostly Dimps who worked on those games and created those games, not Sonic Team. So this seems like an extremely weird thing to do, to not have Dimps work on this new modern Sonic game and have Sonic Team working on it instead. I know it's a bit concerning, not gonna lie. Because I know that Sonic Team has done a lot of 2D design in the Sonic series and, well, recently as well, but as much as we hate the 2D sections like forces and colors, let's be honest here, those were kind of the best bit of the game. I mean, the 3D design was kind of meh in a lot of areas in Forces especially. I mean, there was no space and Mortar Canyon, and actually Network Terminal's kind of better in its 2D section than the 3D sections. 3D sections were kind of just on rails pretty much the whole entire time. But still, Sonic Team mainly just shining their 2D level design recently, and I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense for them to make a 2D game in that sense. I mean, classic Sonic and Forces, while not being fantastic, I think his level design had some decent elements here and there. I mean, there were the bad things like the hidden springs and the dash pads and obviously the physics, but if there's going to be a sequel to Sonic Advance and Rush and stuff like that, I think it could be a sprite-based game rather than a 3D game like classic Sonic and Forces and Generations and Sonic 4. And the advantage of having a sprite-based game instead of a 3D game like Sonic 4 and Generations, Classic Sonic and stuff like that, is that they can easily replicate the physics from the Classic Sonic games and the Advanced games originally. Because a big issue that Classic Sonic and Forces and Generations had with their physics is because they were using the Havoc engine. It's much impossible to replicate the Genesis physics in the Havoc engine because of how it works and stuff like that. Thankfully, Sonic Team have actually ditched the Havoc engine and moved on to the Bullet engine, so Mobius Frontiers does have some better physics, but this 2D model Sonic game, if it's in a sprite-based form, which I'm pretty sure it is going to be, I mean, mainly was sprite-based, so Sonic Team clearly do think that sprite-based isn't going to be an all-time thing. But anyways, yeah. I think the physics of this game are going to be a lot better than Classic Sonic and Forces and Sonic 4. But anyways, how we brought this discussion up in the first place is actually still a bit weird that Sonic Team is working on this game instead of Dimps, because they also have Frontiers to be working on, and I really don't want them splitting the team for Frontiers to work on this new 2D modern Sonic game. I'd rather have them finish Frontiers first, like completely, and then work on this 2D modern Sonic game after that. I mean, maybe the people who are working on Origins right now, maybe once those guys are finished with Origins, maybe they'll start working on this new 2D modern Sonic game, and obviously once Frontiers is done, then maybe the entirety of Sonic Team, well not the entirety of it obviously, but maybe some of Sonic Team will go into this 2D modern Sonic game to work on it. Because this is just a sprite-based game. You don't need too many people working on it, especially look how small Mania's team is too. That was a pretty small team, and especially Origins too. Right, anyways, the next significant detail about this 2D modern Sonic game is that it's going to be a follow-up to the Sonic Advance and Rush series, similar to how Mania was a sequel to 3 Knuckles and stuff like that. Now, does this mean that this new game is going to reuse stages from Advance and Rush while adding some new ones too? Or is it just going to be similar to Sonic Mania in the sense of story-wise, not as in zones and stuff like that? I'm hoping it's going to be the latter there, because as much as I'd like to see the old zones from the Advance and Rush series remastered, I also kind of don't want to see that too, because they kind of already did that with Mania, so I want something like fully original this time. Mania was a test to see that yes, people do like the old zones and stuff like that, but obviously, the highlights of Mania were definitely the new zones. So I'm hoping the Sonic Team can realize that, and instead of just reusing things from the Advance and Rush series, bring it fully original. We don't want old stuff, because if we want to see old stuff, we just play the old games, right? And if Sonic Team really want to bring the old stuff back, port the games for crying out loud. Those games desperately need some ports. So yeah, Sonic Team, don't reuse anything from the old games in this new game. Make this game feel new and original for a modern audience. Right, the next detail is the characters in this game. It's going to be Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Now, bear in mind, this game is probably early in development right now, so it might not be only Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles as time goes on. They might have some more characters in further in development, you never know. But as it stands right now, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are going to be playable. Now, I'm not going to lie, that is a bit underwhelming, not gonna lie, especially with Mania Plus, how they had 5 in there instead of just 3. So I would like to see some more characters playable, like maybe Shadow or Cream again, or maybe Silver and Blaze, I don't know. Maybe even Metal Sonic, I mean, that would be pretty cool, right? But if it really is just going to be Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, I guess that's fine, but obviously still a bit underwhelming. Well, I guess if it's done right and actually change the level design for each character and stuff like that, then I guess it's going to be alright. Now then, the final detail about this new game is that it's going to release apparently next year, according to Zippo. But he says that's an assumption though. That isn't actually confirmed info. So then, do I think it's going to release next year? That is a good question, because with Sonic Origins, that game was announced back in May of last year. And I'm pretty sure by that point, they weren't very far in development, like, at all, because we saw nothing of the game. Like, absolutely nothing. We just heard what was going to be in the game. Widescreen parts of the classic games, and that's it. We didn't even get a logo back then either. So I reckon Sonic Origins probably have about 1.5 years development, let's say. I think that sounds about right? Maybe even 2 years if you want to be a bit nice. So if this 2D Model Sonic game was cancelled last year in May 2021, then I'm guessing this new game probably restarted development quite recently, maybe? I'm guessing maybe at the start of this year. So if that's the case, and my theories here are correct, I reckon this 2D Model Sonic game could release next year, but definitely at the end of the year. Definitely not at the start, because if it's most likely going to be the only game that comes out next year, and especially we're going to have Frontiers coming out at the end of this year, I think Sonic Man would just space things out a bit just to give Frontiers enough room to breathe. So I'm pretty sure they'll release this new Model Sonic game at the end of the year, because Sega are no strangers to releasing these 2D Sonic games in the second half of the year. I mean, Mania came out in August, was it? I think it was August. It was either August or September. And then Rush came out in November, and can't really put my finger on when the advanced stage released. I'm pretty sure it might be in November or something like that. But yeah, if this new game comes out next year, it's either coming out near the end of the year. Well, at least the second half at the very least. But if it doesn't come out in 2023, definitely a 2024 release. Definitely no further than that. Because if you think about it, most likely the Sonic Movie 3 is going to release in 2024. So if Sega have another game, most likely going to be this one, have that ready by the Movie 3 coming out, then they can use this to actually market alongside the Movie 3, because the Movie 3 is going to be such a huge movie. I mean, the second one has blown the first one out of the water, so the third one's going to have Shadow and who knows, man, probably even more characters than that. So yeah, the Movie 3 is going to be a massive movie, so if they release this game near there, maybe if it's not ready by 2023, that'll be a perfect opportunity to get some easy marketing for the game. Anyways, that about us for today's video. So yes, allegedly, this new 2D Model Sonic game has resumed development and is apparently releasing next year. And I'm pretty psyched about this, honestly. I want some more Model Sonic 2D, man. Mania was a good start, but now it's time to revive Model Sonic in 2D. But what do you guys think of this news? Are you excited about this new Model Sonic game coming out, allegedly, next year? And do you have some concerns about it? Let me know down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially that last one. Don't forget to become unleashed by hitting that join button down below. Remember, it's not necessary. And I will see you all next time. Peace!